comes up for me.
Kim?
Yeah, hi, I'm Kim, and thank you for holding these sessions, and we're hoping that, as most public are, that you guys go into this with an open mind. I wanted to talk today on the 28% of people on Newstart with a recognised and diagnosed disability. Most of people on that situation, including my son and my daughter, who we've only just managed to get DSP for, are finding that once Centrelink deem that their condition is permanent, they no longer assist you with medical exemptions from looking for work. So you get this lovely letter from Centrelink that tells you, we've recognised your condition is no longer temporary, so we recognise that you cannot work, but therefore we are going to make you look for work. This is a reality for a lot of people, not to mention the trying to afford medications. Most people on medications aren't on one medication, they're on multiple. And when you're trying to afford those on Newstart, plus rent and food and bills, and keeping, the phone on because you need to be able to search for jobs, it makes it extremely impossible to live. There's many other factors that go into this. People can't afford to see the specialists or get the reports they need to get the assistance they need, whether it's NDIS, whether it's disability support pension. Through the public health system, you get a certain number of appointments every year that you can get with a psychologist. Often they're not a clinical psychologist, so they can't do a report for Centrelink. The other issue is that they cover the actual appointment, but they do not cover any of the report writing. So if you want a report, you've got to pay hundreds of dollars out of your own pocket for these reports to be able to get the assistance you need. Many people with a disability on Newstart, it's not just the young, it's also the older people who cannot no longer work. We're stuck in that grey area and not being able to access the supports they need. We've also got many times that people, that creates social isolation, it creates poor health because they're either not taking their medication or not taking the right amount because they can't afford it. They're also choosing between food, bills and medication. With rental prices the way they are, people just can't afford to live. Rent assistance as an add-on payment hasn't been increased in real terms in longer than Newstart has not been increased. The last increase of rent assistance that happened only a few weeks ago, 40 cents a week. My landlord wants to put my rent up $10 a week. It just doesn't cover it. I have been on Newstart at points in my life before I became a carer for my daughter who's just managed to get DSP. As a single parent on Newstart, there's not enough money to go around. I was one of the people who, before 2013, was on Newstart or not able to get Newstart. When I first became single, it was after 2006 and my youngest child was over 8. I worked part-time, but $2 more than I could get to get any assistance. Puts many people in poverty in many ways. Thank you.